may as well bring this in now, talking about Trippier and obviously just talking about Lascelles. Maybe it's premature to have this conversation, but I just feel like, for me, Kieran Trippier feels like he'll be the next captain of
That's a brilliant picture, by the way, isn't it?
Yeah. I didn't take it myself.
Well, miraculous if you did from that angle.
Yeah. He just seems like he's got everything you want in a captain, and he's got the quality as well. And like I said, I don't wish any bad or harm or anything for Lascelles. If he leaves the club, I'll wish him luck wherever he goes. But for me, Trippier's attitude and it kind of, he just sort of summed it up when you see when we conceded the goal. He just he picked two defenders up out of the back of the net, got everyone. He was rallying the team. He didn't let his head drop. He was like,
it's his attitude, isn't it? It's that mental strength, isn't it? To just get up let's go. And I mean, people were saying, Lascelles should be, he should be captain now, but he's not going to be captain now. He's going to be there till the end of the season, Lascelles as captain, and quite rightly, in my view. But I think Trippier has got a strong possibility that Trippier will be my next club captain. I've
just been so impressed with him since he's come in.
He's been brilliant, and actually, if you saw his interview afterwards, it was superb. But what's also was really lovely was the interview with Ryan Fraser. I don't know if you saw that, Ian, but where he was talking about shanking the ball into the net. The rapport between Trippier and Fraser is just brilliant. I mean, Fraser's been revitalised in the last few games, hasn't he? And that's great, But I think in the long term, certainly probably the summer, Trippier could well be the club captain. As he says, he won't act quickly because he's man.
There's no point, actually. And also, Connor just makes a really good point there, saying, he's basically out there acting like a captain already. And that's, having the armband on doesn't matter in a sense.
I remember a conversation a few years back, and they were talking, I think it was in the early 2000s when Gerrard and Lampard were about, and so was Ferdinand in the England team. And somebody was talking about, and this bit issue of club, the England captain was brought up, and I think it was Jimmy Armfield or somebody said, they're all captains. They're all captains of their own club. And when they get to play for England, it doesn't really matter because all they're doing is shaking hands and deciding, which way to kick. Because actually they're good enough players in their own right to be captains on the pitch. And you can only have one captain actually with the armband. But good players will be captains by the way they go about the business.
Well, I'm just thinking back to like the Shearer age when Shearer was the captain, but you think you had Gary Speed on the pitch.
Yeah.
Exactly. He wasn't the captain, but flipping heck, he led the team,
It's about that vocal and that it's just about what you do, isn't it? And as you say, Trippier just getting the ball back or dragging the players out the back of the net and just saying, come on. And it's just those things which you get the feeling he's making this impression in the dressing room. And it's just brilliant. It's just fantastic to see.
Well, one of the things we were talking about a couple of weeks ago was like, who are the leaders in the squad? Like, who is leading the squad? And we didn't really have many people. We talked a little bit about Matt Ritchie, maybe just because he shouts a bit. But like Trippier,
there's no doubt in previous seasons, Matt Ritchie was a vital force for us on the pitch. When he wasn't in the side, we noticed because he by his attitude, but he's nowhere near the player that Trippier is. I mean, and the thing is, Lascelles at times can be a good captain, but when his confidence is suffering and we're conceding goals, then and he hasn't got good players around him, then it's more difficult, isn't it? But I think, I mean, it's early days for Trippier for that statement, but actually, it's just, it could be, when we look back on this time, Trippier coming in as the first signing, it could be the most important thing that ever happened because it was the thing that actually was the start of the ball and the momentum swinging back in our favour.
Yeah. And I can't remember who said it, but they were saying like, it might have been in the Athletic actually. Trippier's kind of like you know, he's a statement signing, but he's not. It wasn't. It might have been George Colkin actually on the podcast saying he's not a Robinho or he's not a whatever, but he's a statement signing. But he's also just quality and reserved and a step up and a level above what we really should have in the position we're in.
Yeah, a quality player in his own right, but a good leader as well, quite clearly on the pitch. I mean, I've seen lots of comments from fans of other clubs saying, "How the hell have Newcastle signed Trippier? Why has he gone there? You know, he's only gone for the money." And well, some of them say that, a lot of them just wish him well. But the fact is, he decided he could see the potential of what's happening here, because he knows that if we can stay in this division, then we've been excited by the signings in January. It'll be different again in the summer.
You've also got to think about where Trippier is in his career. So he's 31, and he could have come back and played for, I don't know, he could have come back and signed for Everton or some other kind of Leicester or like a mid-table team, but he's only probably got 3 or 4 years left at the top. So why not take a chance on the team that might actually do something in the next 3 or 4 years, take a gamble and see your top level career out at a club who might finish on the highest of all highs, Did
you hear his comments about the ground, about the support in the ground, the noise and the atmosphere? He just, in his interview after the game, he's saying he's played it lots of players, and he said, "I'm not just saying this, but this is the best I've ever known." It was just absolutely incredible.